This is the first part of the most in-depth 3-hour-long analysis you'll see. We dissected this footage and found every little secret, story element, plot point, hidden reveals, literally everything this trailer has to offer. However, due to it being such a huge video, we are breaking it into several different videos to upload throughout the week, with 1 or 2 new ones coming out every single day. So please subscribe and give us a like so you don't miss out.
So we got a scene of what looks to be an ocean.
Yeah.
Right here. Go ahead and stop it here. We got some palm trees.
Yeah, we see Death Mountain in the background, or at least the volcano. On the right, where the ocean is, you can see like a trail going up the mountain, where there's like a path.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, and then there's the shrine that's half sunken below the water. I wonder if you'll need to get like iron boots or like a Zora tunic to see that. Hold on, before you go further, on the left, like on the left side of the cliff, is there anything that you see standing out over there?
There looks like there might be a structure. It's either a structure or another rock similar to this here, but there doesn't seem to be anything on this side except for underneath it. You can see this beach right here, but I don't see anything.
I wonder if, I know you can't see it, but I wonder if it's a cave going through. And another cool thing about this is Nintendo said, 1,000 times you can climb anywhere on this game. So, if this was Twilight Princess, Majora's Mask, or whatever, this cliffside, that would be the border to where, you couldn't go across that or whatever. You'd have to go around it. But since this is Breath of the Wild, you'll be able to climb to the top of that cliff. And that's another explorable area. That's crazy.
Yeah, you'll be able to explore all of this. I don't know how far the ocean will go, but let's go ahead and move on here. Transition into this frame here. It's basically just showing a closer look of that area to the right from the last clip.
Yeah, we see 2 little waterfalls and then like a lake or a pond. I wonder if it connects to the ocean.
I'm sure it does.
The fog is too dense to really see if there's anything in the background.
Yeah. It may even be the quality's good on here. And obviously we've got some what look to be seagulls.
Yeah,
Breath of the Wild's version of seagulls.
I'm looking really close at the birds, and especially the one at the bottom right corner. Mm-hmm. And it looks this looks like it's in 1080p. In 720p, you can still see tiny jagged edges. It's nowhere near as bad as playing a Wii game or something, but it's still noticeable when you're playing a game in 720p. And to me, this looks like 1080p.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and keep going. Now we come to this scene here with more waterfalls.
Yeah, I love how you can see the reflection of the sunlight off the water.
Mm-hmm. It's like sunset.
Do you think this is in that same area that we just seen, or do you think this is closer to the swamp region that we seen in the Game Awards?
I think this is closer to the swamp region because we got more of those similar kind of trees around. We saw sparse palm trees over in that beach region that we just went over.
Yeah.
But this one seems a lot more thick with a ton of different palm trees and everything. It's just got a lot more foliage. Mm-hmm. So, that's really all that's here.
Another interesting thing, I remember during the E3 presentation, Nintendo said, what was it? Just like in past Zelda games, anytime that you see a waterfall, always look behind or around it, because they said typically in Zelda games or Zelda games in the past, waterfalls will contain secrets, so treasure chests or hidden areas and stuff. So anytime you see a waterfall in this game, explore it.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, and right here we see 3 different waterfalls. So,
yeah, there might even be another one to the right.
And I think that started in A Link to the Past. You had to go behind the waterfall to get the Zora flippers or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that. Let's keep going. come to another beach region. We got some sea lions on the right.
Yeah. Beyond the sea lions, you see a fort almost. I would like that to be something with NPCs, but I think that's just going to be like another tree fort or treehouse fort like we've seen the bokoblins have in past gameplay. I think that's just what that's going to be. But over on the left, a little behind the hill, it looks like almost like I can't even think of it. Like the rock structure in England. Oh, why am I?
Is it Stonehenge?
Yeah. It looks like a Stonehenge type structure. I don't know why I forgot that.
Looks like a fallen building of some sort, or maybe just a frame to something.
Oh, is that what it looks like to you?
Yeah, like a door frame, like a big stone door frame.
Yeah, this is the desert area, right? Because it's hard to tell the color.
Like
yeah, I was gonna say it could either be like a frozen snow-covered area, but the trees are clearly green, so this looks more like a desert area. But then it's like, why are the sea lions there?
Yeah, right.
And then in the very back, towards the middle of the screen, you can see one of the Sheikah towers, or the Resurrection Towers, standing up, and it looks like it might be a building that it's close to. It could just be the shape of the mountain.
Yeah.
And I think that's all in this scene. Alright. We see the snow fox. Important to note, in the mountain to the right, that's the mountain that has the huge hole taken out of it.
Yep.
Yeah, we've seen that in the first trailer that we've seen. And then to the far right, it looks like there's another... oh god, what is it? The Resurrection Towers or whatever. You can see one standing up, and it looks like there's a building next to it, but it's too dark. It kind of blends in with the mountain, so you can't really tell.
I barely even saw that up there.
I see two trees off in the distance on the mountain, and then to the left of it there's a single tree standing at the peak, and I want to say is that a waterfall down below it in the middle of the screen?
It does look like one. It's either that or it's a ton of snow falling down.
It looks like there's another Sheikah tower way off, or maybe that's just something else.
To the left it looks like there's possibly an NPC or on like a sled.
Yeah.
Being pulled by something.
And the snow fox is looking in that direction as well.
Looks like something caught its attention over there.
If you play the video, does the thing on the left side move at all?
Let's see.
No, it's stationary.
No. Yeah, it's a rock.
Wow.
Well, live and learn.
That's the thing. Like, this game looks amazing, but I have a real problem with like the heaviness of the fog that it has.
I think it might be the recording, but let's go ahead and skip ahead. Get a big shot of this forest region.
Yeah.
Not a lot there.
Yeah, I'm trying to look to the left of your mouse. Is that
right here?
Yeah, is that like it doesn't look like a shrine because it's not glowing.
You know what it looks like to me, and I could be completely wrong, but you remember those big bird looking statues that were in the first little snippet of footage shown of Breath of the Wild, where Link is running from that guardian? It looks like one of those. It's shaped like it, at least.
Yeah. And then I don't even see there's a lot of area covered in this image, but I don't see anything significant.
Really.
We see the Death Mountain to the left. You can see lava running down it, so that's interesting. It doesn't look like that giant guardian is in that picture, so it could be on the other side of the mountain.
one thing to note is this is a very, very good example of just how vast this game is.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got tons of mountain ranges everywhere. Death Mountain it's super far away from what it seems like from this point.
Yeah, like Hyrule Field from Ocarina of Time, that area where all the trees are. If you started at one side of the screen and then like moved all the way to the right of the screen, I'm pretty sure that's like the entire length of Ocarina of Time's Hyrule Field.
Yeah.
And this is just one area. Because it takes like 30-40 seconds to run from one side of Hyrule Field to the other.
So let's go ahead. Keeps panning in, and then we come to this nice scene.
Yes, this is where things are getting good. We see a bunch of different Koroks all flying in the air. There's a stone path in the middle where you can see the rocks coming out of the grass. We see a lot of different vegetation or plant growth, not just like one type of grass, but there's all different kinds. I wonder if Link can cut down all of these different types of grass.
Yeah, we've got looks like a fallen tree, like a hollowed out tree that you can walk through right there.
Yeah, similar to the Lost Woods in A Link to the Past, or an Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask too. I don't know if it was the Lost Woods and Majora's Mask, but like there was the tunnels made out of the hollowed out trees that you had to go through to get to the correct path through the Lost Woods and Ocarina of Time. That could be like a callback to that.
It's at least in the beginning of Majora's Mask. But yeah, let's keep going here.
Also, I wonder if each of the Koroks have their own text. Like if you talk to them, will they each say something different? Or are they all just going to say the same thing, like, you should talk to the Deku tree? Or the Deku tree has an important message. It would be cool if they individually had their own text.
I think it's likely that they'll give them variety just because they want to make the world feel as alive as possible.
Yeah.
Now we come to this epic scene here. Got a ton of Koroks like we've already seen before, but two really, really important things to note here is that we've got the Master Sword and what looks to be, it is the Great Deku Tree behind the Master Sword.
Yeah, that is phenomenal. And the crazy thing is, I didn't even notice that was the Deku Tree at first. Like, I just thought that was just like a huge tree or like a huge structure.
I saw the stash, dude. The stash gave it away, man.
Yeah, and then, so this would be the same, because we're thinking this takes place after Ocarina of Time. So potentially this could be the same Deku Tree from the Wind Waker.
It could.
Because
it definitely could.
I think that tree would be the tree from Ocarina of Time, like the sprout or whatever. And potentially this could be that exact same tree, but in a different timeline.
Yeah.
One thing I don't think anybody at all noticed during the original trailer when it zooms in on the Master Sword, nobody would have guessed the Great Deku Tree would have been right behind it.
I know, right?
Like, that is insane. But see, the bad thing about this now is like it's not going to be a surprise when you get to this part in the game and like you're seeing all these Koroks, the trees are getting like more and more common as you're going through the forest. In your head, you're already going to know, hey, the Master Sword's coming up. Whereas before, when you like the first time you played Ocarina of Time, or well, maybe not Ocarina of Time, but the first time you played Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, like when you came to the Master Sword, you didn't necessarily know where it was located. But now we do. So that, I mean, it's still great because we don't know the story behind it, but we know to expect it.
It's in the Lost Woods, obviously, because the Great Deku Tree's there and everything.
Yeah.
So, it's going to be difficult to find it. We do know where it's at, but if the Lost Woods lives up to its name, they're going to make it even more of a challenge to get to the Master Sword.
Dude, I would love if the Lost Woods was like really open But if you didn't go on a specific path, like in Ocarina of Time, everything's sectioned off by like you can go straight, left, right, or backwards. If the Lost Woods in this game is just open, but if you don't go on the right path, then you'll just get lost and end up at the very beginning again. Like you needed to follow the path in the Gerudo Desert, or else you wouldn't make it to the temple. If the Lost Woods is like that, then that would be awesome. Yeah, where it's like, if you're going the wrong direction, you could potentially keep going in the wrong direction for like an hour, and you'll keep coming across the same things over and over again. But if you go on the right path, then you'll be able to make it there in like 2 or 3 minutes. Like, it reminds me of what was it? The Blair Witch Project.
Yeah, how the witch kind of kept them in that.
Yeah, like
that time.
They were like 2 or 5 minutes away from the road, but even though they kept on walking for like an hour or two, they didn't really go anywhere. So if the Lost Woods is like that, that would be amazing.
Oh yeah, definitely would be amazing. Now I wanted to talk a little bit about story implications here. I personally think that the Master Sword, obviously, I mean, it's got to be here because the hero failed before, and we'll get more on that later because there are some other scenes.
There's the
to talk
Deku Tree
about.
scene later where he says, "The 100 years ago, do you remember what happened?"
Yeah, and there's also one of Link, and he looks all like just beat the hell up. I mean, just worse than we've ever seen Link before.
Play the scene and see if it zooms in any closer on the Master Sword. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's about as close as it's gonna get.
Alright, you can't really see too much more. Can you tell if the Master Sword's like rusted or decayed or anything like that?
Not from this angle. Not with all that heavy fog around it right there.
Yeah, this the original trailer that we've seen where it zooms in closer on this, there was the references to where the Master Sword was located in A Link to the Past, where it had the 3 flowers beside it. You can see one on the right here. I can't really see... Oh, I see one on the left as well. But there was the little flowers beside the Master Sword in A Link to the Past, and it was in like the same type of pedestal location in the Lost Woods. Obviously, the Great Deku Tree wasn't there, but...
we could get story details on why, if this is...
Yeah, like, it would be cool if the Deku Tree somehow was able to move locations. That could explain why he's, like, located in a different area or just not present. So, who knows? But you can see... well, what? Oh, the trailer went forward a little bit.
Yeah, we'll go back.
Like, you can clearly see that, you know, there's tons of other Koroks flying in the air.
They likely help keep this location secret and everything.
Oh, dude.
Planting trees and everything all around just to, you know, fill this area up even more and probably continue to expand the Lost Woods. And bring their reach even farther so this Master Sword stays hidden.
Dude, what if inside of the Deku Tree is a dungeon?
Oh, dude. Oh my gosh, man. That will bring back so much nostalgia for so many people.
What if it's like you have to collect 3 whatever? Like, you know, you had to beat 3 dungeons in Twilight Princess. You had to beat 3 dungeons in Ocarina of Time. You had to get the 3 pendants or whatever they were in A Link to the Past before you were able to get the Master Sword. Like, they all had 3 dungeons you had to do before you could get it. What if like you get there and like you can't pull out the Master Sword, but then a cutscene starts where the Deku Tree starts talking to you and he tells you like the last whatever you have to get is located inside of him, like the spiritual stone or whatever.
Yeah.
From A Link to the Past or Ocarina.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
That'd be really cool. I'd really like to see the spiritual stones make a return. Yeah. But let's go ahead and move forward. Then we do get a closer shot.
The sword's glowing. We see those flowers I was talking about a second ago.
Let's play it a little bit more to see if that light fades. No, it doesn't.
The light looks like it's shining directly down onto it.
It's got to be something to do with Hylia.
You can see the sun ray shooting down at like a angle, but the light from the pedestal is going straight up. So that's its own source of light.
Probably calling back to the Skyward Strike.
The
fact that the Master Sword has that ability. We may see it make a return in this game.
We do see it is damaged. If you look at like along the edges of the blade, you can see where it's like chipped. And there's
it looks like it's got a pretty good size chunk out of it, man.
Yeah. Dude, if it shows the final fight with, imagine Ocarina of Time, because obviously, like, I'm thinking this is Ocarina of Time's Link. Are you at this point?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so the downfall timeline, he dies or whatever, because later on, the people watching it says in the past 100 years or whatever, you don't remember what happened. And then it goes to footage of him looking like he just, as Rick put it, got destroyed. So if that's what happened, and we get to see that fight, like an animated cutscene between Link and Ocarina of Time's Ganon, like the Beast Ganon, in the art style of Breath of the Wild, with like, you know, the castle had fallen down, the fire was surrounding the giant rock that was floating in the sky that you needed the rainbow bridge to get to. So like imagine all of that with like the processing power of the Nintendo Switch rendering in the art style of Breath of the Wild.
It would look amazing.
Yeah.
And hopefully, I'm really hoping my Hyrule's Great Cataclysm theory is spot on now, because there was a few other things that I was going to add to this, and the fact this right here, the fact that the Master Sword is sitting right in front of the Deku tree, like we were saying before, it could be because of the fact that the hero fell and they needed to hide him and the Master Sword. And that was one thing I was actually going to add to that theory, but I ended up not doing it to be safe. But I mean, like, look at this. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and move on to the next clip. I'm just so happy.
I want to thank you all for watching this video. If you liked it, give this video a like and share it with your friends. If you haven't already, please subscribe so you don't miss out on future gaming news, theories, rumors, and discussions. Also, let me know your thoughts in the comments below on how it could be improved. Your feedback is the most important part of bringing the quality of content on this channel to be the best that it can be. I would like to take this time to give a huge thank you to this month's Patreon supporters: Jonathan, The Edge Network, Magic Tech Review, John Frank, and Harris Priest. This video was made possible by supporters on Patreon. If you would also like to support this channel, head over to patreon.com/GameOverJesse, where you can support this channel as well. Rewards vary from having your topic featured on a future discussion, seeing videos early, joining as a guest on a video, shoutouts, and having a custom avatar similar to my own drawn of you to match any video game or anime art style that you would like. Mine is of myself as Link, but you could choose to have yours any way that you would like. Finally, I would like to thank my friends CS Guitar 89 and Gnomo Designs for providing the music and artwork for this video.